Thanks, mailbox. We just got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Ah, it's a letter from my sister, Jennifer.
Hi, Steve. It's me, Genevieve, very almost of all time. Today, I want to talk to you about these guys right here: Steve Burns, Donovan Patton, and Josh Dela Cruz from our favorite show that we grew up watching, Blues Clues. So let me talk. Okay, because first of all, I'm going to talk about Steve right here. He was, of course, the original host of Blues Clues, which were we all who grew up watching. And in 2002. Steve went to college, and right before he walked out the door, he tells all the viewers out there, he said, "Thanks again for all your help." And I started crying in that one. It was one of the most saddest episodes of Blues Clues. And then when Blues Clues and You made a comeback, Steve Burns is works at the Blueprints Detective Agency, and back then Steve wore stripes and Josh wore stripes too. The only difference is Steve's stripes are green, Josh's stripes are blue. That's the only difference. And those two wear stripes. And they both play guitar, which I think that is just so cool. I think that's really cool with those two. And of course, Donovan Patton, right here. Back then, he took over for Steve, and of course, if you notice, Donovan Patton's holding the Joe Shirt notebook, which he really liked that one, and he wore all the different color shirts in the OG series, in the OG Blues Clues series, and my favorite color that he wore was the color blue, and in Blues Clues and You, he works at the present store, and the shirt that he wore is the color purple, except that instead of squares on it, it's all presents right there. And so that's the coolest thing with Joe, with Donovan right here. He works at the present store, which I thought was really awesome. And last but not least, Josh Dela Cruz right here, the host to Blues Clues and You Now. He is terrific, and he wears stripes just like Steve, except his stripes are blue, and Steve's stripes were green. So, and he plays guitar just like Steve, and and those two can juggle as well, which I also forgot to mention that. And and Josh is very funny, very playful, and he gets me laughing, and he's just really funny, and just like Steve was. So so yeah, that's what I talked about. Steve Burns, Donovan Penn, and Josh Dela Cruz, the three guys from the Blues Clues and Blues Clues EU series. So, what do you like about those three guys right here, Steve? Let me know. Until then, bye, Steve.
Bye. Wow. Jennifer also loves Steve Burns, Donovan Patton, and Josh Dela Cruz, the three hosts of Blues Clues. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love all three hosts of Blues Clues? Okay. Okay. Let me say about what I like about three guys. Okay. I'm going to start with Steve Burns, okay? First up, what I like about Steve Burns is that he wears stripes, just like Josh Dela Cruz does, except Steve wears green stripes and Josh Dela Cruz wears blue stripes. And now he works at the Blueprints Detective Agency, which is just so cool. And now for Donovan Patton, what I like about Donovan Patton is that he wears different colored shirts, and he plays kazoo, and he also has his own ticket chair shaped notebook, which I happen to have right here. hmm And a crayon too. And he has different colored rich colored crayons too, which I really like about Donovan Patton. And and he has not to mention, he has a duck named Boris. And yes, Steve Burns also has a stuffed animal named Horace the Anteater. Uh-huh. Now for Josh Dela Cruz, what I like about Josh Dela Cruz is that he's great at singing, dancing, and playing the guitar. And not to mention, he's a Broadway He's a Broadway actor. Yeah. He worked at Broadway a long time ago, like Aladdin. Yeah. That's what I like about Steve Burns, Donovan Patton, and Dela Cruz. I love, I mean, I just love all three hosts of Blue's Clues.